So, let me take this out. Where's the wrench here? Take the indicator out. Drop it. There we go. That way. And we'll get the hob cutter, which I made for, I made this hob cutter for my timing gears on my little Demon engine. This is the first time I've ever used, this isn't, but when I used it for my timing gears, that was the first time I've ever used a hob. I always used a single point before. So it was the first attempt at a hob, and I really liked it, so that is kind of the route that I plan on taking from now on. So it works really nice. So, and this is a 3/4 shank, so I'm going to take the 1/2-inch collet out of there and get 3/4 collet. And plus I got cutter on both ends of it. I had a buddy of mine, he treated it for me. So it's about 65 Rockwell. It's pretty hard. Which I was amazed, because I figured it'd be around 62 Rockwell, but they actually got it up above that. See, I used that end last time, and it worked really well in brass. I'm going to use the other end and give it equal chance for. And I'm going to have to get the magnifying glass out and center a tooth on the center line, because I don't know if I would have been thinking ahead when I made this, I would have made it with one more tooth, and plus I would have went a known dimension from the end, which I didn't do. So a little advanced planning would have went a long way. Okay, crank this down a little bit so I make sure I get over top everything. Oop. I have a tendency of doing that, flipping that the wrong way. And about here. I'm just trying to gauge it about where I want to feed in at, so that I know what numbers to put down. Because I'm going to be writing a little program manually to come in, feed out, go back, and I'll probably take it in a couple cuts at least. So now I need some 3/8 stock, because that's the major diameter of the smallest here is 3/8. So I'm not sure if I want to. Oops! Oh darn it! I don't know if I want to make it out of brass or if I want to make it out of aluminum though. But I'm making the big ones out of aluminum. I'm thinking that I'm going to do the same thing for the small one too. So I'll have to round up material. When I get the material round up for this, because this is the small one, I got the stuff all turned up for the other gears. This is the only small one. This is the one that goes on the motor that drives everything. And I figured I'd start with a small one that's a standard size. That way if I do mess up, it's just a standard piece of material. I don't have to do any extra turning or anything to get it back to where it was. So when I get ready to go to start here again, I'll come back. Okay, I'm still working at setting up here, and what I did is I've got, you see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but hopefully you can. I scribed a line on it, and I lined up this tooth here with that line. Now I got to set my Y position, so that's 0. My Z is at 0 right now. So what I'm going to do, and I want to make sure that the end of this is beyond the center line of that, so I can pick up. I'm going to move it over just a little bit more, just to make sure that I'm there. And I'm going to start my spindle up, and I'm going to take a piece of paper and stick in there. Everything is tightened down. Get a piece of paper, piece of phone paper, phone book. If you've watched my videos, I use that a lot. Stick a piece of paper in here. Turn the spindle on. And I'm going to move this one light out of the way. And I'm going to stick this piece of paper in there. Actually, I'm going to turn the spindle off and get it close first. And because we're a long ways away. We're about a mile away here. Well, not a mile, but a ways away. I'm going to move the camera a little bit too. Move it around a bit. Back side a little bit. Know which way is better, if it's with the light or without the light. I'm going to take the light out of there. Maybe if I turn the shop or the machine light on will help. I don't know if that helps or not. But anyway, it helps me. I'm going to slowly move out here. Get close. I'm getting pretty close right there. So, spindle back on. Put a piece of paper in there. There we go. Alright. So we touched there. So that means we're at 375. So I'll go back over my counter. Now, we want to figure out where we want X to come in at, so that that'll be 0. So I'm going to move X over that way closer, so that I have a little bit of room, or so I have more than just one gear there. I think about right there. Right there, I'm going to call that good right there. So that we're taking 0RX. Okay, so, and that is going to be machine home. And that's machine home. And now I can just sit down. I'll just sit down now in Notepad on my other computer, and I'll write a little program. Basically, it's spindle start, tool, spindle start, RPM, rapid to a known position, then feed in, probably rapid to this position right here. Maybe give it a little bit more clearance. I'm beginning to wonder if I want to make machine home like an inch away, because I'll know what the depth is from this spot. No, I want the actual reading from center line out to where that tooltip is. So anyway, I'll figure that all out. I'll get the program written, and we'll give her a run, and we'll, show you what I come up with. Okay, I wrote just a real simple little short little program up here, It's going to take it in two cuts. I'm going to set up the camera here, if I can. On my and hopefully everything will go good. And here we go. We're going to take everything except for 10,000ths, no, 18th thou finish pass. So here we go. We're running at 1,000 RPM. That seemed to work all right. Let's move to the next line. I'm going to go toward me. Line that up. Hit the start button. The first cut should have been the deepest cut. Now after that, now it should be just barely cutting. I could have probably taken it all in one cut after the first pass. Next line. Next line. That must have been my last cut. I think that was my last cut. We'll index one more time, but I don't think it's going to take anything because I think that was the last one. I didn't count them, and I didn't mark which one was the start. So we'll just run it again, and it shouldn't take anything if it was the last cut. Not touching, and it shouldn't touch on the other one or just rub. Yep. Now, looks good to me. I'll give you a shot at the end. Oh. I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway. That's it. All I can do is bore the hole in the center of it and part them off. I only need really one, but I'm gonna cut a couple of them since I got enough stock there. And then I'll set up on the next part, and the only thing I have to do is just change my numbers and redo my tape, because now The next one will be 48, I believe. Let me see. I know it was a 72 and an 80. There's a 72, 81, and, oh, and a 32.